So this is it. The Woodland Cemetery. Pardon the baby in the background. She knows not what she does. It's really, really massive. We drive by this on the way to the grocery store every day. Well, not every day. Grocery shops every day. But it's really pretty. So we decided to come check it out. You'll have to pardon my knowledge, or lack thereof, of history, but I believe the Wright brothers might be buried here, so they're like pretty big deal since they are from Dayton, so that's kind of neat. That's been really cool to learn about all that history. You know, we knew about them and learned about them in school in Florida, but it wasn't as big of a deal, you know. So it's pretty neat. Anyway, we'll probably cut off pretty soon here. And then, because I'm not sure how steady I'm holding this, I'm getting dizzy just looking at it. But we'll probably go for a walk in a little bit.
So this is the Woodland Cemetery in Dayton, Ohio. It's really cool, really big. It seems to go on forever. Apparently, like my wife said earlier, this is the resting place of the Wright brothers, which is really interesting. So they're the guys responsible for all the planes you see in the sky. Although other people could have maybe invented flight with lateral thinking or parallel thinking, but they didn't. You know, the Wright brothers did. And, you know, everything from small gliders to spaceships are because of their ingenuity. So it's just kind of cool to see such a massive place kind of built around them. I'll try to get more footage shortly here, but this is just one section. I mean, this goes on for a ways, as you can see. Obviously, it's just huge.
Just some more footage. We're on our way. We did not do the smart thing and take a tour. So we're on our way to try to find the Wright brothers. Apparently, they and several of their family members are buried in a family plot. We're looking for it's at the base of 3 flagpoles from my 5-second Google search. So off we go to try to find it. I'll have to come back and take a tour one of these days. I bet this place is absolutely gorgeous in the summertime. It's winter right now, so it's a little chilly. I guess that's appropriate for a stroll through a cemetery, but let's go ahead and turn this on here. I guess our intuition was pretty good. Shortly after I cut off that last clip, we came across this. So, go ahead and see if we can find them. I always like how peaceful cemeteries are, although they make me a little bit nervous because I want to make sure I'm being respectful and not stepping on graves. And ooh, okay. Pretty neat.
So here it is. It's this is where the Wright brothers are buried, and some of their family. So, as you can see here, you have Wilbur Wright, 1867 to 1912. Catherine Wright Haskell. Then you have Orville Wright, 1871 to, it looks like, 1948, but I don't want to disturb anything here. And then you have their parents. It's really cool. A whole family plot here. Let me try to zoom in on this. See if you guys can read that a little bit better. It looks to be kind of worn. And then you have the whole Wright family plot here. With it looks like an Ohio State flag, an American flag, and then I'm not sure about what that flag is. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comments. But you know, as you can see here from these giant pillars or obelisks, whatever they're called, this looks to be where the prominent, or I would assume wealthy, families from Southwest Ohio are buried. It's very, very cool and almost kind of surreal feeling being here. Then we have here, if you're not from this area, you know, the Midwest, you probably don't have a lot of experience with Kroger, but I guess they've dedicated this to the Wright family there. And yeah, so I mean, this is what people come here for, obviously. It's really, this place is packed full of history, you know. Everything here kind of tells a story. And apparently this is one of the most haunted areas in Southwest Ohio. You know, that's according to local folklore and legend. I'm not sure I buy into all that myself, but I really am interested in the history. And as this channel goes, we're going to find other places in, you know, Kentucky, Indiana, places that are nearby, historical sites or just cool sites, places you could get to on, you know, a gas tank or more. But yeah, really interesting stuff.
Coming up on something pretty cool here, or creepy, depending on just a dude. So we'll have to look up and see if there's, I'm sure there's information on him. This is just probably the coolest cemetery I've ever been to. Just a lot of history, a lot of really elaborate, really cool graves, important people that I should probably know about, but I guess that's what the internet's for, right? Alright, so I think we're getting ready to head out. There's, I believe, the Welcome Center, and that's a really kind of a silly way to end a video tour of the Welcome Center, but this is really cool monument and military. Right. We've got this over here, just a really, really cool place with a lot of history. I'm sure we just decided to come by today and do a little footage, but I am sure that we will end up back here a few times. Maybe do a little bit of research, learn a little bit more, so we can talk about some of this cool stuff. Like, there we go. Neat. Very beautiful, quiet, resting place for a lot of interesting people.